Welcome back, everybody, to ArdelleVision, where I, Ardelle, take you on a journey to capture the vision of my life in hopes to inspire you visionaries to do the same thing. Now, this video is going to be a little more honest, a little more real and down to earth, although I think that I strive and try to do that in every one of my videos. As you can tell by the title, this is going to be a little negative. Let's just say it like it is. What I don't like about having ADHD, but I'm going to do the little positivity sandwich and start it and end it with what I like about having ADHD. One thing that I know that I like about myself and I've been told is amazing about myself is I am really good at coming up with ideas. So I'm going to just give you a list of the 7 things that I don't like about having ADHD. Symptom number 1, or trait number 1, if you will, that I don't like about having ADHD is that I'm really forgetful. On a daily basis, every time I leave for work, I forget something. The other day I forgot my phone. The day before that, I forgot my apron. The day before that, I forgot my pepper mill, because yes, we have to have a pepper mill. But it's just a constant thing of like, I feel like I'm not forgetting anything, so I'm good. And then I'm like, ooh, I should have trusted that deeper instinct of maybe I am forgetting something, but I'm not. And then I usually end up having forgotten something. Second thing I don't like about having ADHD is my great skill at procrastinating. I procrastinate on a lot of things, and it sucks, and I don't like it. So third thing I don't like about ADHD inattentive type is anxiety. I don't think anxiety is something I would wish on anybody. Anxiety is a really terrible feeling. It riddles through your body. For the first time last winter, I actually successfully overcame anxiety. I was really fearful to have a surgery, and I had been building up like strength within my mind to push past fear, studying up on fear, how to push past it, how to not let it get the best of you. And I actually succeeded while I was at the hospital. Leading up into it, I was never scared once. I actually chose to be excited. I felt the anxiety coming up only once whenever the doctor called my name in to go in for surgery, and I felt it welling up inside me, and I didn't let that, metaphorically, I didn't let the wave of anxiety crash through me, and I physically, for the first time, willed the anxiety away. So I'm working on it, and there's hope there, but I definitely still struggle with it sometimes, and I hate it. Symptom number 4, the thing I don't like about having ADHD is sleep issues. But I've always had sleep issues my whole life. I can never fall asleep when I want to because, as we know, our brains are going a mile a minute right before we're about to go to bed. And then I have constant fatigue throughout the day, and I can't wake up whenever it's time to wake up. So I've missed out on a lot of things. I've overslept. I've slept days away, and it's a kind of a shame of mine. I don't like that sleep is a big struggle. I strive daily to get myself up. I try to use different tactics. I try to have good sleep hygiene. Do I always succeed at it? No. I've gotten better. There's hope, but I'm not where I want to be, and I might be, and it probably will be something I'll deal with the rest of my life. Symptom number 5, or trait number 5 that I don't like about having ADHD is no follow-through. I mentioned this in a previous video, and I will mention it again, is that, I think with ADHD, you get excited about everything, you sign up for everything, you want to do everything, and then you get overwhelmed and it's too much to do, and you're really lazy, or you're really tired, or you're really fatigued, so then you cancel or you back out, even if it's just on yourself or something you told yourself you were going to do, something you told somebody you were going to do. Again, the ADHD shame kicks in, you start beating yourself up, which kind of goes in hand with my next 2 symptoms, the emotional side of ADHD and the self-judgment. So emotional, overwhelmed, self-judgment. I don't know if those are 2 or 3 traits, but either way.
I see a really beautiful bird right now, and it's really distracting me.
I'm really emotional. I get really overwhelmed really easily, which I don't like. I'm really overwhelmed right now about being overwhelmed. And the hardest part of ADHD is being so self-critical. So I'm really learning to take those thoughts captive whenever I'm being really harsh on myself. I feel like I just caught the sun. When I'm really being hard on myself, I try really hard to focus on stopping those thoughts and turning them into positive thoughts and being grateful for myself. Because to finish this whole video, the other thing I love about having ADHD, which was kind of in the traits that I don't like, I actually really do like that I am so emotional. It's exciting to be able to feel so deeply because movies move me, music moves me, people move me. I get inspired really easily, and when I did that, I shushed to fly away from my camera because it was a little too close for comfort. But I love how deeply I can feel, and it's been used in my life to get people to open up, to emote themselves, cracking into people's hearts that are too afraid to be sensitive or vulnerable or raw or honest. I've had people tell me that that's one of my biggest gifts and my biggest faults. So isn't that kind of interesting that I'm super sensitive, read too into things, but at the same time, I can read really into people and I can be sensitive towards them. So that's the one thing I love about having ADHD and myself, alongside the fact that I have a lot of good ideas. But sandwiched in between there are all the things I don't like about it, because it definitely is a life lived metaphorically similar to walking upstairs with a ball and chain around your foot. Everything I try to do just feels extra hard, but I'm striving to strengthen my brain, to exercise, to learn about it, to make it easier and easier and easier. And with knowledge comes power, as we all know. So I definitely recommend, if you think you have ADHD, to look into it, to learn about it, to do whatever it takes to make yourself a stronger version of yourself, whether it's taking supplements, working out, drinking water, and avoiding things that aren't really good for your mind. Look into studying on your mind, and I will make a video about that coming up shortly. So definitely stay tuned, and thank you so much for watching this video. As always, leave a comment down below if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. Please subscribe to my channel if you like what you see. Give it one big thumbs up, and don't forget to share with all your friends if you think that they'll glean some information from this video, and maybe realize they're not alone in the fact that sometimes having ADHD isn't always such a cup of tea, and sometimes it sucks, and sometimes it's great. And that's all I gotta say. Blah. So thank you again so much for watching, and you all have a good rest of your week. Bye.